It's not playing the game. It's winning that counts.
Yeah, baby. We're going to go out there and win.
This is Just Win Bets, baby.
Just win, baby.
With Joe DeFan and Shane O'Mac.
How do they keep winning?
Live on the Sports Bet Winning Network.
Here we go. It is, of course, Just Win Bets, baby, on the Believe Network. Shane O'Mac, Joe DeFan here on a Tuesday evening as we look upon the week 2 of Dana White's Contender Series. And I got to admit, Shane, what a fight to start week 2. But as they say, the show must go on. We'll keep a little bit more updates as we go along here, my friend. And the agenda is right here. News around the NFL from training camps. Who's going to be starting now? There's been some transactions that's been going on. We'll talk a little bit about that in this segment. New gunslinger as the Tar Heels of North Carolina football team has named their QB1, taking on TCU in Dublin. And then, of course, we have our last 5 NCAA football preview: Utah, Iowa, Clemson, Houston, Missouri, all in that order. And we'll check out their win totals for the season and ready to cash them at the end of the night. Soccer picks, we only have one. Well, we'll also have some, I'll tell you, my MLS midweek picks, which is tomorrow. La Liga is, of course, one game tomorrow. WNBA and Major League Baseball, we'll check in with that as well. But, Shayna, we have to start with some sad news in the sports world. ESPN co-founder, and I mean, it's sad right off the bat, right? Bill Rasmussen. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I didn't, no disrespect. Sports TV visionary and co-founder of ESPN dies at 93, whose vision and admiration fueled the 1979 launch of ESPN as the world's first 24-hour television network. He was 93. He died at his Florida home from the effects of Parkinson's disease. With his son, Scott Rasmussen, conceived of the initial idea of ESPN, first as solely a kinetic venture, but then as a 24-hour national sports network. Chano, your thoughts on this loss that he created this juggernaut?
Yeah, hearts out to his family. I mean, he was 93. He lived a full life, and what a thing he founded, man. I mean, I grew up. We've talked about it many times, but growing up, before I went to school, first thing I did was turn on ESPN and watch SportsCenter. I would watch it while I was eating my Cheerios in the morning. Yep. You know, every single morning I'd be watching SportsCenter, right? And just imagine like that. He was one of the founders of the whole thing, and just put it out there. It totally changed sports as a whole, man. It made sports into like the multi-billion-dollar industry that it is now, is having that constant news cycle where like the NFL is now like a year-round sport. It's no longer just NFL season, right? It's constant news coming out. And that all started from ESPN and stuff like that, right? So, I mean, he just totally changed the sports landscape. And like, my hat's off to him. It sucks that he died, but I'm happy. I mean, he lived a long, full life. And my heart's out to his family.
I truly agreed every word that you said. Of course, our thoughts and prayers go out to his family. But in regards to ESPN, I didn't get cable until like 85, 86. It wasn't around then. We still had the rabbit ears. But then I was like, what's this ESPN? ESPN, what the heck is that? I didn't know it was ESPN at the time, right? So no, you know, I started watching, and then you got that little jingle in your head. Da-na-na, da-na-na, you know.
Yep.
And then, of course, a number of great anchors throughout, you know, the whole, you know, for X amount of years. You have the Chris Bermans, you have the Dan Patricks, you have, of course, the Linda Cohn, you know, the great Stuart Scott. I mean, the list goes on and on. I don't want to leave anybody out, but bringing guys from other affiliates, local affiliates, into this huge thing and bring their own personality and what have you, man, I'm glad that he created this or was one of the co-creators of this, but I don't think anybody could go without, you know, out ESPN. Nowadays, hey, right before you're getting ready for work or what have you, you have it on. Hey, what happened? Because people need to work, right? And they're not going to stay up until 11, 12, 2 o'clock in the morning to find out what took place on Monday night doubleheader, right?
Or
so
like a West Coast basketball game that starts at 11 o'clock at night on the East Coast.
Right.
Yeah.
So no one's going to know, but we want to know the highlights. We want to know who won, and now that the sports gambling, the sports betting is starting to evolve. Okay, then same thing. Sure, you could look on your phone, but now it's like, how did this happen? What are the odds? And they're showing that now. So he's created this juggernaut. I mean, I don't think it's ever going anywhere. But again, sad news to hear.
Yeah, totally is. And like you said, now ESPN gets a lot of slack nowadays. A lot of people call it, because all it is like hot talking heads and people giving hot takes and all this other stuff. People complain about it. But when it came out, and then I wasn't alive when it first came out, but when I was growing up, before we had the internet, but nobody had you didn't have phones where you could look up on YouTube last night's highlights or something like that, right?
Right.
Or go on X or Twitter and look at highlights right away. You couldn't do that. So you had to read the paper or watch SportsCenter. And I'd love to watch the SportsCenter, right? So SportsCenter was on every morning, and I'd be watching the night before highlights. And there's so many sports that benefited from ESPN as well, like NASCAR. When it got its first big boost, it was they started showing all the races on ESPN, and that was the late '80s, early '90s when Earnhardt was taking over the NASCAR scene, and that boosted his popularity. Same thing with college football; they were the first one to start showing college football games. The NFL draft originated on ESPN. Now that's a huge thing, right? ESPN has changed sports as a whole, and I just say thanks for making it, man. The guy who made it, Bill Rasmussen, there. And
just to add to that, college basketball. They're starting to put teams at colleges you don't even know on the map. Some people take this as hey, this is a parody or what have you, but the Ocho I love. You got stuff that, they made a movie, Dodgeball, as you know, but it's just a list of things. And you could read the paper, but I'd rather watch you can only envision what what it is, but you can't see that amazing dunk. You can't hear, certain things, interviews from coaches. Again, it has gone above and beyond, but, we lost a good one.
Yeah, for sure. Hearts and prayers out to the family, like I said. But 93 years old, I hope I make it to 93. So that's a nice long life, man. So, but life well lived, and thanks for making ESPN.
Yeah, ditto. Shayna, let's move to some more good news in the NFL world, where we have, of course, an update. We talked about it about 3 weeks ago about Eric Bieniemy. We saw him on the sidelines in the recent Chiefs preseason game, but the offensive coordinator said that his wife Mia, as you may recall, that she was shot last month, but she is of course back on track to make a full recovery after she was allegedly, because again you got to say allegedly, shot by the couple's son last month in their family home in Virginia. According to the offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy, she is on a great road to recovery. She is doing great. It's one of the main reasons why I'm back here, because of her recovery. She's truly a soldier. She's a saint, and it's been incredible to watch. That is obviously great news there, Shano.
Oh yeah, I'm honestly surprised he's back this early. I thought he would be out until the regular season started, pretty much.
Yeah.
But he said like his wife gave her blessing for him to go back and start coaching again. And if she's on a good recovery, that's great for her, man. But I'm honestly shocked he came back this soon, because it sounded like she was in pretty critical condition after getting shot like that. So
yeah.
But it's great news, because I don't want anybody to die like that. That's terrible.
Of course,
getting shot by your own son allegedly. That's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. And maybe, who knows? Maybe Ms. or Mrs. Bieniemy, I should say, Mia, told Eric, "Hey, man, you got to go back to work. The show must go on," as they say. I don't mean that to be disrespectfully at all. But it's possible. In other news, there, Shano, in the NFL, Von Miller, a defensive end or linebacker, as you may remember, as played for Buffalo, played for the Washington Skins last year, has now signed a 1-year deal with the Dallas Cowboys. I know, right? With his hometown team. The Cowboys, according to him, has been interwoven in my career playing football and never thought that I had the opportunity. He signs a 1-year deal worth $5.5 million up to $7.5 million. And it is, of course, according to him, the ultimate dream now is ending the franchise 30-year Super Bowl drought. Shano, your thoughts?
I don't see the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl there.
Right.
I think he joined the wrong team for that. I mean, it's possible. The Cowboys have a pretty good offense. So Von Miller, when he was here with the Skins last year, he had a weekly segment. I got like a gnat flying around me down here. Weekly segment with the Sports Junkies, local radio station down here. Mm-hmm. And basically, from what I could tell, what there is that he wants to keep climbing the all-time sack list and try and get into the top 10. That's like one of his career goals, is trying to get the top 10 for all-time sacks. If you look at that now, he's at 138.5 sacks career-wise. So number 10 is Strahan at 141.5. So he needs 3 more sacks to pass Michael Strahan to get into the top 10. So I can see that. I mean, and he's going back to his hometown team. He's from the Dallas area in Texas. Sure. So I could see that. He probably grew up a Cowboys fan. I have no bad things about him except for I hope he loses against the Skins twice.
Dallas looks pretty – I hate to say it. Dallas looks pretty good because if you can get 5, maybe 10 sacks from this guy, and again, I'm shooting for the moon.
Yeah.
And I'm not implying that he can't do that, okay? But if you can get 5, maybe 10 from this guy, look out. I'm just saying for the year. So it'll be interesting what Dallas does. And Dallas has done almost a 180 from that with that people have criticized Jerry Jones with the Micah Parsons trade, where he pulled pretty much another like a Herschel Walker back. He traded to Minnesota and he got like 500 number 1 draft. I'm exaggerating, of course, right? But he's retooled with the defense, and now, I mean, Dallas may have a shot to winning the division. I'm not saying that they'll win the Super Bowl, but you gotta.
I think I picked them to win the division when we did the NFC East.
Yeah. And they're currently 2-1. I might have to put some pizza on that. But you got to get rid of someone who's hot, in this case, Micah Parsons, and you free up all that money, all that stuff, and you're getting him young guys, speed. I think they got a pretty good shot to winning the division.
Yeah, and they're kind of – they did get a lot of assets from Micah Parsons, but they're still got a short window here because they're still up against the cap pretty hard.
Right.
Because they paid Dak a huge amount of money. They paid CeeDee Lamb a huge amount of money. They have Pickens on the franchise tag right now, and he's not going to stick around longer unless he gets a long-term deal, right? Sure. So this is kind of like an all-in type thing. And Von Miller can still get it done, man. Last year for the Skins, he had 9 sacks. It's not like he was terrible. He's not an every down player anymore. But if you put him in situationally when it's 3rd and long and you need a sack, put him out there. He's still got it.
Yeah. And like I said, based on what he's surrounded with, if you can get 5 to 10 from this year from him, man, that's great. I'm just, like you said, like you alluded to, 9 sacks last year with the Skins. Who's to say that maybe his stock has dropped off? I'm not saying it has, but he is, of course, getting older, and you can only, you can't save or you can't help father time, if you know what I mean. So, I say at least 5 he gets. Hopefully he gets 10. But yeah, I mean, I wish him the best of luck. Speaking, of course, it's more news from the NFL. Speaking, of course, we're going to go back to the Chiefs as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is playing the second preseason game against the Kansas City Chiefs, where Baker Mayfield came out today and said, "Hey, we're going to shock the world." That's what he says, and he's going to shock a lot of people this year. You can't avoid it. There's some TVs everywhere. There's so many TVs everywhere. When a reporter followed up, "Are you that confident?" Mayfield replied, "Hell yeah, I am. Everybody's picking us probably to have a losing record, so We'll see. Shano, I mean, he's setting the bar, and he's pissed because I'm just saying he wants.
Baker's in a contract year this year. It's the last year in Tampa Bay, year of his deal. So he's going to be playing his butt off, man. And we talked about when we broke down the schedules last year before he got hurt. He had a shoulder problem that happened about halfway through the year. The Bucks were like 6-2, and he was playing out of his mind. He was playing really good. Like he was in MVP talks before he got hurt. So if he could stay healthy, I could honestly see Mayfield having a great year. I don't doubt him.
I don't doubt him. I'm just saying, don't put the spotlight on you. Okay. Yeah. If you're Tampa, I mean, dude, take it easy. We haven't done anything yet. And you take that from experience from the Dallas Cowboys. They say the same crap, and look what they've done every single year. Hey, we're going all the way. Even the fans say, we're going all the way. We're going all. Okay. And we are a little bit of an issue. The Skins fans, they say the same thing. After we win one game, we're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to Super. Dude, that's not happening. Okay, so I'm just saying.
No, but why put the spotlight on it when you don't need to? I agree with that part for sure. But I wouldn't count Baker Mayfield out. He's a tough guy. He had a bad deal there. I think when he got drafted to Cleveland. He showed some promise there, and they basically went away with him to go with the guy who was, sexually assaulting his massage therapist and Sean Watson.
Right.
And then he kind of bounced around the league, and then he found his spot, man. Sometimes that happens with quarterbacks. Sam Darnold, same thing. He bounced around, found his spot in Seattle, right? And I think he was a perfect fit for that Bucs team. And as long as he stays healthy, I think the Bucs will have a good season.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Shano, our final story before the break, and this is something that I think it touches both of our hearts, and we know who this gentleman is. In the North Carolina Chapel Hill, North Carolina has named veteran transfer Billy Edwards Jr. as the Tar Heels starting quarterback for the opener against TCU in Dublin, Ireland. Edwards, 23, won a close battle with Miles O'Neill, a transfer from Texas A&M, who has familiarity with new Tar Heels offensive coordinator Bobby Petrino. Edwards started his career back in 2021, where he redshirted at Wake Forest. He was granted a 6-year of eligibility after a medical redshirt from the time at Wisconsin last year, as he got hurt on a non-contact play in the Badgers season opener. He brings a lot of experience to the Tar Heels. Edwards shined as Maryland's full-time starter in 24 and has threw for almost 3,000 yards and tossed 15 touchdowns that season when he was with Maryland. Shano, your thoughts on a gentleman that you coached?
Yeah, so I did coach him freshman football, man. Freshman high school football. I had Billy Edwards was my quarterback. Great kid, man. Great kid. He knew like every position. I mean, it's freshman football, nowhere near as complicated as, a D1 college football playbook there, but knew every position. Great leader. The players looked up to him. Maryland, man, when he went in as a freshman in Maryland, so he didn't play at Wake Forest. He had a redshirt freshman year. Then he transferred to Maryland.
Yep.
He sat behind Tua's brother. I can't remember his name right now, but Tua Tagovailoa's brother.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He got hurt. Billy went in as a freshman. It was a redshirt freshman, but he went in and he played pretty good, man. Played pretty good, and then he kept continuing on. Played really good his junior year at Maryland. Like you said, 2,800 yards, almost 3,000 yards. He had 15 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions. And then last year, Wisconsin had some big plans for him to come in his senior year, and then he got hurt. And then he played 1.5 games. He got hurt the second game of the year, I believe. So just not kind of like a wash season there. So I hope it works out for him. It's great. He's playing for your Tar Heels down there in North Carolina. He's a great kid. I wish the best for him. I hope it really happens, and I hope that he's got one of the best coaches out there to learn from, and Bill Belichick, right? So I hope he's just absorbing like a sponge, like I'm sure he is. Like if I know the kid, like how he was back, 8 years ago now.
Absolutely. I did not have the opportunity to coach him. I have met him numerous times on and off the field. I saw him last was at a camp in Maryland when he was still at Maryland. Class act guy. This guy and the family, man, A++. I mean, that's class. does a lot of stuff outside of just football. It's not just football, guys. Okay, he does stuff for the community, etc. He helps out with the kids, etc. With the camps or what have you. So yes, he's traveled to different colleges, hoping to get the opportunity. And it is sad to hear that, hey, he got hurt, what have you. That's life. I am pulling for Billy Edwards. I'm pulling for the Carolina, not because I love the school of North Carolina, but I think this guy, which I hate to put the pressure on, the target on him, but I think this is obviously his last chance to kind of make an impression if he wants to go to the next level. I'm not saying that he can't. I think he's very smart, Shano. You and I have seen him, especially as a senior, playing in high school. We've seen him. I saw him at Wake Forest in a spring game, and he knows exactly, hey, RPOs. Man, that kid is smart. He's got an arm. He can use some legs here and there. Listen, I hope he does very well, and hopefully we can see his name in the NFL draft coming up. I don't mean to put any any pressure on the kid, okay? But the guy is a class act guy. I mean, he's all aces in my book. Like I said, I met him. He's talked to other kids that are trying to be, try to go to the next level from high school to college, and then from there, hopefully, to the next level. But this guy, I wish him the very best.
Yeah, he is super smart, by the way. Like when he was in high school, he was like one of those kids taking AP classes, all that stuff. Great GPA, all that stuff. He wasn't just football focused. He's got a good head on his shoulders as well. I wish the best for him. I hope it works out, and I hope North Carolina has a good year, and he has a great year. And I could see him maybe getting into the NFL draft. I don't think he's going to be a first round pick or anything like that.
Right.
But
right.
I could see him being like a day 2 or day 3 pick easily. Yeah. So like I hope he has a solid year and that happens for him, because I know that's a dream of his, is to get there. So I hope it does. Yeah,
I hope it does as well. When we return, of course, we will break down the last 5 of the college NCAA AP preseason 25 with teams such as, of course, Missouri that I've mentioned, Houston being one, Utah, and others. We'll talk about them and get Shano's picks and eyes as we break down all of their schedules next on Just Win Bets, baby.
This is Just Win Bets, baby, on the Sports Bet Winning Network.
Looks like we got another great fight going on here in the Dana White Contender Series there, Shano. I saw the first one off air. Now this one, he just knocked him down, and it looks like it's over. Yeah, it's over. It's over. We'll get the results a little bit later as we throughout the show there. Dana White's happy, man. That's all I can say. Dana White. And you got fans there, Shano. Yeah. And he's absolutely charging. He's got to be charging for the seats. But you can't charge $100, $200, $500. This ain't no fight night, my guy.
I looked it up and said the average price is about $40. That's not bad.
That's not bad. Yeah, I see some kids in there. I mean, maybe they're in their 20s or whatever. Do you know what the funny thing is? You can't be, can you be a high schooler or like a freshman high school or sophomore, blah, 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 and say, hey, man, I just want to go right after school, ride the bike or maybe drive over. I'm just saying, maybe do you have to be a certain age?
Oh, to go to it?
Yeah.
Oh, to go to it, you can be. I thought you meant to compete in it. I was like, no. Compete,
you got to be an adult. I get that. No, I'm just saying. I mean, I don't think they treat it like it's a movie, like a movie ticket.
No, I think anybody can go to it. Okay. They might have to have like adult supervision if you're under.
Right.
16.
Right.
But if you're 16, 17, 18 years old, you can easily just go in there and do it.
Yeah, and you get your couple of buddies like, hey man, I'm just going $40. Like I said, it ain't bad.
They always do it at the Apex there in UFC.
Yeah,
the Apex in
Vegas. Yeah.
Vegas, man, the people who live there always have so much entertainment possibilities they could choose from.
So much
on a daily basis. So many concerts you can go to. So many things like that right there.
Yeah,
it's just crazy the amount of choices they have for entertainment.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Speaking of entertainment, let's break down the last 5 teams, and we'll start off with the Utah team right here. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. The 2026 Utah, what is it? Utes, right?
Yeah.
What's a Ute?
2 Utes. What?
To what?
My cousin Betty.
Yeah, exactly. We might have to get that soundbite going there. I know that he's been working on. I'm referring to our producer. He's been working on some stuff, so I think he's got some new. Oh, he got it! Look,
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs?
I love that guy. 3 home games to start here, Shano. We've got, of course, the Vandals of
Idaho.
That's correct. Idaho Vandals.
Yep.
Home against Arkansas, home against Utah State, at Iowa State, home against Kansas, at Colorado. The win total is 8.5, over at -150, under at plus 125. So to win this bet, folks, you have to win 9 games. There's 12 games, as you can see here, guys. But let's talk about the first 6 there, Shano. What do you see?
I see a 6-0 start here. I don't see anybody here that scares me too much. Maybe Kansas. Iowa State could be tough sometimes, right? I think Iowa State's probably their first real test. Yeah, Utah State could be frisky just because it's a rivalry game. It's, Utah versus Utah State,
right?
But I don't see anybody tripping them up there. I see 6-0. What do you see?
I see 6-0 as well. Maybe Prime gives them a little run for their money, so to speak. I think they'll take care of business with Iowa State, even though it's at Iowa State. If it was at home, and that'd be a different story. Okay, I think Utah would take care of business. There's no question about it. They take care of business in the first 3 wins or first 3 games. That's a winner chicken dinner. So I can go with 6-0. Worst case 5-1 because maybe they get a hiccup here and there, but I see 6-0 from them.
I see 6-0.
Then they get a little bit of a challenge here, Shano. Home against Houston. I understand it's at home, but Houston always, you never know who shows up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
At Cincinnati, home against the Mormons. I think that might be their first, maybe their second loss. Mormons do better on the road than they do at home, believe it or not. Then at Arizona, at TCU, another tough game, TCU. I think they take care of business with Arizona. It might be a little close, but you never know because it's at Arizona. And at home against, whatever those clowns are called. You know what they do? I went to a game one time where they have like their keys, and they every time they go first down, they're doing rattle their keys, and first down. I'm not a fan of that school, to be honest.
Good old mountain years.
Whatever. What's your thought here?
So they got to get the 9 here.
Yeah.
So possible losses I see. I think Houston's going to be tough. You do get them at home, which is a benefit. But
Right.
Houston, that's going to be a tough one, like you said. BYU, once again, that's a tough one.
I think they take care of business at Cincinnati.
I think they take care of Cincinnati as well.
And West Virginia.
I think they beat West Virginia as well, too.
So that's 8 right there. That's 8.
I think even if they lose the 3 games I'm most concerned about, Houston, BYU, TCU, that gets you over 8.5. So
I get you to 9. Yep.
I would take the over 8.5 here.
All right. So we're going to go over on Utah.
The worst I see here is 9-3.
Yeah. I see a 10-2.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think, Shayna, that this is a possibility of a little
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs?
I mean, maybe if they're 10-2, because I don't see a 9-3 team, a 3 losing, 3 loss team making it to the playoffs. It ain't gonna happen.
No, they would have to probably beat BYU and then probably win the Big 12 championship, the monster Big 12 championship.
Yeah, I know.
So if they do that, if they beat BYU and win the Big 12, I could see them making the playoffs.
Oof,
but I
Big
think
12.
both those 2 things have to happen.
They're at plus 550. They got a chance. Not saying it would happen, but they got a chance. Let's move on, of course, to our next team here, Shano. I'm talking about Iowa. And you can see the schedule right there, folks. We'll start you off with, again, 3 home games. They've got Northern Illinois as their first game. Home against Iowa State. And then, of course, this is
Murderers Row.
what was that?
Murderers Row, the weeks 3 through 6.
Okay. Yeah.
5.
I was saying, what is this? What's their third game? Who is that?
Northern Iowa, University of Northern Iowa.
Northern Iowa. Iowa. Okay. So that's 3-0. I agree with that. They might put a 50 burger on one of them, if not more. At Michigan. At Michigan might be home against Ohio State. That's a loss. And then dubs. So you got, as you said, Murderers Row in the first one, the first 3, but the last 3, I don't know.
Yeah, those second set of 3 games, weeks 4, 5, and 6 there.
Yep.
That is a tough schedule, man. Going to Michigan, you get Ohio State at home, but it's still Ohio State.
Right.
And then Washington, and Washington's good, pretty good too.
That's Washington. Yeah.
That's a tough schedule there. Those 3 games.
Yeah.
I see probably 4-2. I think they could probably win one of those 3.
I see.
And then win the first 3. The first 3 I think are gimmies. I think that's going to be 40 to 12 games or something like that.
Sure. I see 3-3 here. I want to remind the folks that the win total here is 7.5, over at -140, under at +120. So if we're going 3-3, worst case, you go 4-2, right? Best case, right? So that means, of course, they got to win 5 games in my philosophy and 4 more for you. So let's continue. At Minnesota, home against Wisconsin, home against Northwestern, home against Purdue. That's a win. At Illinois, home against Nebraska. Squeaky bum time.
Ooh, okay. Outside of those 3 games, the Michigan, Ohio State, Wisconsin, Washington, it's not a super tough schedule, right?
No.
Wisconsin's tough. Minnesota can be tough, but I think they'll beat Minnesota easily.
Yeah,
they're going to beat Northwestern. I don't think they're going to beat Purdue, like you said. They'll beat Illinois.
See, that's where I disagree. I think the Fighting Illini it's in Illinois. You just never know. That game worries me. It doesn't. The Minnesota game does not worry me. The Illinois game worries me.
Yeah. I could see that. And then Nebraska, they kind of have like a little bit of a rivalry there with Nebraska, right. So that could go either way.
Okay.
But I think they could beat Nebraska. Let's see here. Minnesota's 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 4, possibly 5 wins in the final 6 there.
Okay, so that's
4-2, 5-1.
Okay, so that's 8 right there, Shano.
8.
Because you said 4-2 on the first 6, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then we add 5.
Yeah, I see 8 wins.
8, 9 wins.
8 wins. 8, maybe 9.
Right. Good to know. Over 7.5. I like that. You might want to parlay that. We might have to look into that there, Shano, on that one.
Yeah.
So let's go with Iowa. The Hawkeyes over -140 at over 7.5 total wins at -140. Let's take a look at the third one. This one I'm tough on. Clemson. Now, I'm just saying their win total, their win total is going to be at 7.5 there, Shano. Over at -140, under at, of course, +120. But as you can see here, they take on
Go Tigers.
Exactly. They take on the Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Week 1 in LSU. That's a loss.
That's tough, but it's also Lane Kiffin's first game there. So
I
they
understand.
could have a little slip up there, but I agree. They're probably going to lose that game.
I understand. I'm telling you now, if they get blown out, okay? I'm talking a 30, 40 point, 50 point loss or whatever. Dabo, pack your bag tonight. We'll give you a chance to stop at the varsity. You know the one that's right by Mercedes-Benz. What do you have? The lady behind the counter. What do you have? You could stop and pick up couple of hot dogs on the road and hit the road, my guy. You're gone. I'm telling you. Then they take on home against Georgia Southern, home against hopefully Billy Edwards in the North Carolina Tar Heels, at California, home against Miami, the U, home against, who is this? Cal State?
That is Charleston Southern.
Charleston Southern.
Charleston Southern.
Okay. What are your thoughts here?
I see 4-2 there. I think I agree with you. They're going to lose to the Tigers there, LSU, and I don't see them beating Miami. So I think they could beat UNC, Cal, and Charleston Southern for sure.
Right.
So I see a 4-2 record there to start off.
I see 3-3. I think they lose to Miami. I think they lose to North Carolina.
North Carolina.
I'm not being biased here. I'm just saying if they play well, I think Carolina is going to shock the world and they're going to beat Clemson. And of course, they lose to
Go Tigers.
Exactly. To LSU. No question about it. So I see 3-3 worst case. 4-2 I can buy, but 3-3. The final 6 here: home against Virginia Tech, at Florida State, at Syracuse, home against Georgia Tech, at the Blue Devils. I don't like to say the D word. That's why I said Blue Devils. Home against the Gamecocks of South Carolina. Shano, they got to get 8 wins. I don't see it.
I think they could beat Tech. Tech's not that great this year.
Right.
Florida State, I think that's going to be a loss. Syracuse, they'll beat Syracuse. Everybody beats Syracuse.
You think?
Syracuse sucks.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, you never know, man. You never know.
Syracuse is terrible. Syracuse has given up so many points last year. Unless they totally revamp their defense, I don't know about.
Right.
They'll beat that.
Right.
Yellow Jackets, that's always a tough one, man.
That's a tough one. Yep.
You always get them at home, but Georgia Tech, they're always tough. They're always a tough out.
Yep.
So I could see that possibly being a loss.
Right.
I think they'll beat Duke, and I think the South Carolina.
That's a toss-up in my book.
Yeah, that's another rivalry type game there between Clemson and South Carolina. I'd probably lean Clemson, but I think that'd be a pretty close game.
Okay, so you got 3 locked in the last 6 with Virginia Tech.
I said 4-2 the first 6.
Right.
And then after that, I would say 1, 2, 3 locks. Virginia Tech,
3 locks.
Syracuse and Duke.
Yep.
It's either gonna be 7 or 8. I if I had to put money on it, I would say 8, but I don't like it. I would go over, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch this again.
Do you see 8?
I don't. Barely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And like, we both think Dabo's going to be gone at the end of the season. So
that's a fact.
Those last couple of games, that Georgia Tech game, that South Carolina game, it's near the end of the season. If the writing's on the wall that he's going to be gone,
right?
I mean, is there really that much to play for? Type stuff. Yeah, I would stay away from this one. But I would say over 7.5.
I truly believe that it is 3 in the first 6, 3-3. Okay, like we talked about earlier. It would not surprise me that they travel all the way to Cal and they lose that one. I think it'll be close. I think they'll start losing in the first half, and then Dabo always comes back in the fourth and win it and pull it out at the end. But it'll be scary, and the alumni's going crazy. So it wouldn't surprise me if they get scared a little bit from Cal.
Yeah.
So
I can see
that's I'll give you Charleston Southern, and I'll give you Syracuse. I'll give you the Blue Devils. Okay, those are locked in VTech. Those are locks. The Pokies or whatever they're called. I know they're Hokies, but what is a Hokie, by the way? Nobody knows. So okay. So I don't see 8, and I don't feel comfortable betting on this either. I don't.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable betting on it. If I had to bet, like a gun to my head, and they said pick one, I'd take over 7.5. But I would stay away.
Yeah,
I'm not comfortable in either way on this one.
Yeah. Last 2 here, Shano. We've got, of course, Houston Is there a problem here? Well, the problem is they got to win 9 games because over at plus 130, under at minus 156. Let's take a look at their schedule. Home against the Beavers of Oregon State. This is Southern University there, Shano. At Texas Tech, at Georgia Southern. We just talked about them. Home against UCF, at Kansas State. The first 6 there.
Ooh, okay. So Texas Tech, I think, is going to be a loss. You're playing at Texas Tech. Texas Tech's got a good squad this year. Yeah, I think that's a loss. But outside of that, UCF could be tough. But you're getting them at home in Houston. I think that's a benefit there. I see 5-1 in the first 6.
I see 4-2. I think the Wildcats have a pretty good team.
Yeah,
yeah, and it's at Kansas State. That might be close.
Kansas State and Kansas State's not an easy place to play at.
Correct.
They got a really good home field advantage there.
I think they lose that one, and then they win the next game, which is home against Oklahoma State. At Utah, to me, that's a loss. Home against Cincinnati, home against Buffalo, at West Virginia, and then home against Baylor. I see 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 losses, maybe 4 losses here. The fourth one can come from either Cincy, maybe Baylor. I doubt it. I think Cincy is a toss-up. They lose to Utah. I think they lose to Kansas State and Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech is a lock. Utah's a lock. Kansas State is a toss-up. I think this is a trap, and that's why I'm leaning towards under 8.5.
Yeah, I don't see 9 wins here. I'm looking at it right now, and I agree with you. I would go under here. Utah's tough. Cincy's just said is tough. They're playing at West Virginia. You can hear the keys dangling right now, like you said, in Morgantown, right? So that could be a loss for them. Yeah, I would go under. I think I see 8 total. 8.5 is the over-under line. I'm going under.
Okay, so we'll go under on 8.5 at minus 156. Shano, our last one, and this will conclude the top 25 here. Missouri, the Tigers. No. It's not those Tigers. No, it's not those Tigers. No, it's not those Tigers.
How could you have 2 teams in the SEC both be Tigers?
I agree.
There should be a law against that.
I agree with that. I completely agree with that.
You can't have 2 teams in the same conference have the same mascot.
Yeah, but there's only one Tigers. Is this Albany? No.
Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Yep. Arkansas Pine Bluff is the first game.
They need to.
That's a win.
Yeah, that's a win. Is that a D2 school? That's a D1 school?
I think they're D1 AA. I think, or whatever. It's called.
Okay.
Like what JMU used to be. You know what I mean?
Right, dude.
Let me see what here. Yeah, it says D1. They're part of the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Okay. Good for you.
But that's a win.
Yeah,
Missouri's not losing to them.
No. At Kansas, we'll have to come back to that. Home against Troy. And that, of course, a team from the Sun Belt Conference there, Shano. At Mississippi State, home against Gainesville. Home against, that team in Texas A&M.
Texas A&M, I think, is a loss. I don't see them beating them. Kansas is tough, man. I mean, that's
what I'm worried about.
That's a tricky one. I think Missouri will probably win, but I think it's going to be close. And I think Mississippi State's always tough to play in Mississippi State. Mississippi State's always good at home. They had a lot of upset wins last year, as well. But I think they probably win that one if I had that one.
Yeah, I think they win that one. Yeah, Gainesville is going to be tricky.
Yeah,
I think they lose that. I see 3-3, if not 4-2 here.
Yeah,
best case 4-2, worst case 3-3. But I'm leaning 3-3.
I agree there. I see 4-2. I see 4-2 there.
Okay. Ole Miss as the next 6. Ole Miss. That's at Ole Miss. At Arkansas, that's a win. Home against Texas, no. At UGA, no. Home against the Wildcats, and then home against the Sooners.
Man,
Oklahoma.
they got a brutal back half of the schedule, man.
I see only 2 wins out of that next. I see 5 wins, maybe 6.
Yeah, I mean, they'll.
I like the under.
Ole Miss, that's a loss. Georgia, that's a loss. Texas,
Right.
that's a loss. Oklahoma, that's a loss. You could
Right.
lock this up right now. Those 4 right there are losses.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So that gives you 8 if they won every other game. We already said that Texas A&M's a loss, right? So that gives you 7 and 5. So what other teams a loss?
No. You went 4-2 on the first 6, and
Right.
if you're saying Ole Miss, UGA, Texas, and Oklahoma are losses, so they end up with six wins.
6. Yes, I take the under. Yep.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, maybe 5 wins, because I said 3-3 in the first 6.
Yeah,
I mean, because Kansas, if they lose to Kansas, this under is a lock.
Oh,
that's a lock.
Sure. Yeah,
there's nothing to worry about.
I see under. I see a 6-win team here
At even money. Oof.
Yeah, take that all day.
At even money, you know what? Yeah.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Exactly. Exactly. That's gonna. Wow. That's top 25 there, Shayna. Of course, it always changes, but we will break those up, and we have in the last 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. So in case you missed it, please check our library out on YouTube, and then you can see what we think of that. We'll make them a little bit more of a condensed version. The team's working on it now, but yeah, I like a lot of those plays there, Shayna.
Yeah, I liked pretty much all of them except for the Clemson one. That's the one I'm unsure of. I think I'm going to stay away from that one, but the other ones I'm going to put some money on for sure.
Yeah. We're going to step away real quick, but when we return, we will have our best bets of the night powered by Sleeper next on Just Win Bets, baby.
This is Just Win Bets, baby, on the Sports Bet Winning Network.
All right, guys, we've got some WNBA updates. We'll talk about that in just a second. It's the Indiana Fever up 90-76. The Queen does have a play for that one. We'll talk about that in just a second. I'll also talk about my 3 MLS picks, not 4, but it'll be 3 this week. And of course, my La Liga pick. It's only 1 game tomorrow there, Shano. But of course, we have to start off with the ace of diamonds as we pull up tonight's plays. And you can see it right there, folks. We have the Cincinnati Reds money line at plus 105. Kansas City, who plays the Athletics, is money line at minus 130. The San Francisco and Cleveland over 8 runs at minus 115. Seattle, Milwaukee under 8.5 runs there, Shano. Do we have an update on the Cincinnati Reds?
Reds are down right now, 3-0.
Okay.
Still got some time to play. Kansas City, they're playing right now as well. Kansas City is, I just saw them. Where are they? They're down 1-0, but it's the 5th inning's just starting, so you still got like half a game left.
Okay. And that was a Kansas City one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what's the other one? San Francisco, Cleveland?
I think, yeah, they play later, right? Or they're playing now?
They're playing now, and we have over 8. Right now they're at 8, so we need one more run.
Okay. What's the inning?
7th inning right now.
Okay. All right.
So we need one more run there. And
okay. So it's a push right now. It's a push right now for that one.
Right now, yeah, it's a push.
Okay.
And Seattle, Milwaukee under 8. It is currently 1-0 Milwaukee, bottom of the 4th.
Ooh.
So about halfway over, 1-0 right now. So we need that to stay the same. No more runs.
There's 5:14 left in the game. The Fever taking on the Toronto Tempo in Toronto. It is 90-78 with 5 minutes left, and we need over 190.5 points. So you do the math there. Yeah, we need some points. Aces played later tonight. They've given up 3.5, and then Sparks minus 1.5. I think the Sparks are playing Connecticut right now. How does that look?
Sparks are down big right now. The Sparks are down 78-62. They're down by 16 but in the fourth quarter. So that one's not looking good.
Not looking good.
Sparks is not looking good. Fever Tempo has a shot, but we need some points being scored here.
Right.
We need some points to be scored here.
Well, get fouled and go to the line. Come on, Caitlin.
Make this foul shot.
I might have to talk to my girl, Sophie Cunningham. Anyway, moving forward, tomorrow we have, of course, 3 games that I picked for MLS. There, Shano. DC United, who travels. Okay. Oh, no, excuse me. They're at home. They're taking on the New England Revolution. I'm not going to have a chance to make that game, but they're going to be. New England's due to score, and DC has been your team. DC has been looking pretty good. So I see goals. So over 2.5 at -130. Inter Miami. This is plus money for, plus money for this match. But I'm afraid. Okay. I think Inter Miami, that's why I put draw no bet, because I think it's a trap game. But if it lands as a draw, Shano, we get our money back.
Okay.
So the only way that we lose this bet, obviously, if Inter Miami loses. I don't see it happening. I really don't. Now the only bad news about Inter Miami, it is not a home game. Okay. It's going to take place in Philadelphia. So, and I don't know. But my last one here is LAFC, which is Los Angeles Football Club. Draw no bet as well. They take on, I believe, Colorado. They do take on Colorado. So, and they're at home. Colorado's at home. So, Colorado is, they're like the Atlanta Falcons. They're hit or miss. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's how they are. You just never know. But when they're garbage, I mean they're just garbage. But 10-2 the last 12 games there, Shannon, in MLS. So and then we went 4-0 this past weekend with that parlay as well. Remember?
Yeah.
So hoping to continue that streak. So it's only going to be 3. I usually do 4, but this is a midweek, and I don't want to get that crazy here. So 3 games are on the slate there for me. Again, scan the QR code there. And you can get our whole catalog, baseball, WNBA, Major League Soccer, and of course this last one in both English and Spanish. As Atlético Madrid win to 0. That means the other team, who is it's a team that has got promoted into La Liga this year, La Liga.
Huh.
I see win to 0 here. I think it'll be a 2-0, maybe a 3-0 here. So I think Atlético Madrid will win that game. And again, those are tomorrow. Those are not tonight. Those are tomorrow's games there, Shano. So keep that in mind.
Got it. I'll lock them in tonight.
Going on? Not that much going on. But I'll tell you that what is going on, the hockey schedule is out.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to talk a little caps.
Yeah, coming up soon. I mean, the season, I forget the actual date, but it's usually around Halloween is when it starts off. So
I think it's a little bit prior to that. But again, gotta get the sweater ready. So
first game. I'm trying to figure out when it is now. I'm looking it up. Preseason. Yeah, it's a little before that this year. So September 29th, first game. So about a month before Halloween this year.
Not bad.
September 29th.
Not bad.
Something different about the NHL, and if you're looking at futures for anybody who's looking at that, and I can give out futures I think that are going to be good. I did last year. We hit with Buffalo. We went over their total points.
Right.
That was a big winner. Buffalo had a huge season last year. But they're moving to 84 games. So they're going from 82, which they played 82 forever. Yeah. and they're going to have 84 games this year. So that's something to keep in mind. So
Okay.
if you see a point total that looks a little high, that might be why, because they're playing 2 extra games. Or, it's the first time moving to it. The lines look about the same. You think if you're on the fence, take the over. You never know, right? So they're moving to 84 games, though.
Okay.
Which is crazy. But they're saying the reason why they're doing it is because they want divisional opponents to play each other 4 times, 2 on each home and away ice. And conference opponents will play 3 times, and then you'll play every interconference opponent twice. So
interesting.
That way the schedules are more even, they say. 84 games is a lot of games. I don't like it.
It's a lot. I don't like it either.
82 I didn't like. Same with NBA. I think 82 is way too many games.
We might have to get our friend Jonathan Davis from Beeson to talk a little bit about hockey. I know it's just about a month away, so we'll get him on. We'll try to get him on. But 84 games is crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot of games, man.
Yeah.
82 is already a lot, and going up to 84. A lot of games, man.
He is of course working on the guide, NHL guide. So he's on it, dude. That guy's a workaholic. He's on it.
Oh yeah, and he knows his stuff for sure.
He knows his stuff.
Yeah, we should get him on a week or 2 before the season starts.
Sure.
Give us some features he likes.
Yeah.
The other thing, not really all-star, but did you see? This is college hockey. The Frozen Four, the NHL's Final Four for college ice hockey, is going to be in DC this year. Gap 1.
Ooh,
we should try and go to it.
We should try to go.
The Frozen Four. It's usually like Minnesota versus like Boston College.
Sure,
it's usually like something like that. But it'd be fun to go to. Sure. The Frozen Four will be in the Gap 1 arena.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for that. I got no problem with that. But I'll tell you this: I'm a little disappointed because we haven't talked about it there, Shano. But as you know, in addition to the the draft for the PWHL is coming up, but they have, of course, new teams. And the teams are the new teams, which I thought Washington was going to be in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, it's going to be the PWHL in Detroit, Hamilton, Las Vegas. They've added 4 more, and the last one is San Jose. I'm surprised they didn't do it with Washington. I mean, that was a huge, and the Queen was there. It was a huge event because they did all those tours.
Yeah.
I think they're missing out. Washington's got a huge fan base.
And Washington, its hockey fan base has exploded over the last years.
Yep.
Ever since Ovechkin became a Capital. I mean, hockey fandom in the DC area has taken off, right? So, I mean, you got to strike while the iron's hot. And I'm surprised, like, Leonsis doesn't want it because, he hasn't really said if he does or doesn't. But he's a big hockey fan. You can tell by the way, until recently, how he owns the Bullets and the Capitals.
Right.
You usually only cared about the Capitals, right? So pretty recently, he's been putting some money and stuff like that into the Wizards. But he's more of a hockey fan, so you would think he would want it too. So like I'm surprised that Washington is not on the list.
I mean, you're just leaving money on the table. That's what I don't understand. I mean, like I said, you guys do whatever. I mean, I'm not here to criticize or whatever, but I don't like it. I just
unless he's saving up money to buy the Nationals, like the rumors are, or if those are true.
Do you think?
But that's what the rumors are. He might be trying to buy the Nats because Nats are up for sale again. They've always been for sale for the last handful of years.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. But let me ask you this: How do the Caps look this year?
Caps look good.
You think so?
Good. Yeah, Caps look real
good. You think
they
make a run?
Yeah, they could. They're going to be. I haven't looked at the odds, but I'm going to try and pull it up now. But the moves they made this offseason, they are going to be contenders. Like I could be a contender.
That's another one we could do. Okay.
Let's see what the current Stanley Cup odds are. I bet you they're probably top 5 and
Really?
without even looking at it to win the Stanley Cup. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. That's interesting.
So the Panthers and Hurricanes are both plus 650. They're tied for first. Caps are plus 1,500 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about seventh best odds.
Okay.
To win it all. They're going to be good this year. They're going to be good this year. Yeah. The moves they made, they're going to be good.
All right. Speaking of the cap, Shano, we talked about, I received a cup from one of our local guys. He does the everything for you. He's got a gift for you. I'm going to show you right now. Look at that.
Oh, look at that. That's sweet looking, man.
Look at that.
Look at that. The
Washington Capitals. That is beautiful.
I love it.
It's got the Capital obviously there.
Yeah.
Producer Mark, can we see it again?
Yeah, that's nice. That guy does great work, man.
All caps.
He does great work. He got you your Skins one there. That Skins one looked good too.
Yeah, for $40, it's not bad.
No, not bad at all.
No, not bad at all. Guys, if you're interested in buying this, of course, check out my friend here. He goes on X. You see him on X. He is DC202. That's the area code. Sports. That's DC202 Sports. Check him out. He does a lot of great stuff. So that's at DC202 Sports. And apparently, Shano, he's got a. Oh, here's another one. He just sent it to me. I got to show you this. Hold on. Can we get that on the? He's uploading it now. I think these. I don't know. See, here's the thing. That can he do like he does local stuff, and I'm not knocking the local stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Washington, for the Skins, we just saw the Capitals, but could he do something besides anything that's local? That's something I would love to ask him to see.
I'm sure he can.
You think so?
Oh yeah, I'm sure he can. I don't know if he does, but I'm sure he could.
Right.
He might be he's just starting out, so maybe just starting with the local teams and will expand out. Maybe,
Right.
But yeah, he does a great job with those designs, man. They look beautiful.
Yeah. So Shano, it's uploaded. So let's show you this one. Oh, Shannon, you're gonna like this one. You ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. It's here. It is. That's not bad.
That looks cool, man. Enter Sandman, you got the Hokie there. I'm not a Virginia Tech fan, but
I'm not a Virginia Tech fan either.
If you are, that's a good, cool looking cup.
Look at that, dude.
Yeah.
Let's see it again.
That's cool looking cup there, man. I like it.
Frank Beamer on the bottom. Did you see Frank Beamer on the bottom?
No, I didn't. Where's he at?
Yeah, look on the bottom. Right there, Frank Beamer.
Yeah, that's him. Yep.
Here's another one, Shano. Here's another one. Look at that.
Oh, there we go. The Bullets. Just bring that name back.
I might have to get this one. Oh, it's got the championship banner. Oh, it's got the retired. Look at the retired jerseys on the bottom. West Cell.
Yeah.
West on Cell. Run it again. Oh, originally the Baltimore Bullets, as you remember that, Shano. And it's got the DC. Look, it's got the map, the Capital. Man, he does great work. So again, folks. He's asking you to do the Capitals again. There's yours.
Yeah, that one looks sweet. I like that one too.
That looks really, really good.
I like the retired numbers on the bottom there for the Bullets. I think I might reach out to him and see if we can add it to the Caps one. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So if you're interested, folks, again, go on social media. X, you can see him on eBay. He sells them through eBay as well. I don't know what form of payment he takes, Venmo, what have you, but obviously he'll ship it to you. But what I've been told, it's $40 a piece. We just showed you more samples of stuff. We see the Bullets. He does the Wizards. So I personally like this as Bullets on there, but if you want just Wizards, fine. Virginia Tech, Who knows if he may do Maryland, he may do UVA. I'll ask him. And if he sends more samples, we will obviously show it on the show. And then you saw the Washington Capitals there, Shano. And then maybe he does the Nats. I would get that for my father-in-law for Christmas.
Oh, I'm sure he does the Nats if he does all the other DC teams.
Right.
I guarantee he does.
Right. I'll reach out to him, and as soon as he gets the file, send the file. I'll bring it out to you. So again, that's at DC202 Sports. That's plural, SPORTS. So check him out. Give him a follow. He does a hell of a lot. It does a great job there. But it seems to me there, Shano, it's all local stuff. But yeah, he does. To me, he does a hell of a job. He does do the Nationals.
Nice.
He does do the Nationals. I'm trying to see if we can. Can we? I don't know. Can we get that one? Yeah. Okay. Hold on. We're gonna show people. I want to make sure. Oh, this one's nice there, Shano. Oh, if my follower is looking, don't look. You know why? Because I wanted to give him as a Christmas gift.
Yeah, to get the holidays coming. You get a couple months there, man. You can
I know, but I don't want him. Oh man, he's getting me a gift.
Hey, so I'm on his eBay page. He has one for the 49ers, Raiders,
okay,
Steelers, Buccaneers, Cowboys.
Okay.
I don't even make those.
Uh,
So he's got a couple others. Oh, he's got one for the Lady Boule, the Mystics. The Mystics.
oh,
one
nice.
Yeah, the Mystics one looks cool too.
Shano, here's the Nats one.
Oh, that's cool.
Look at that.
The World Series trophy
It's got
there.
Yep, it's got the trophy. Established 2004 Nationals.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's
And
do
he,
that
did,
again.
and he spelt it right.
Yeah, he did spell it right.
Unlike the team.
Yeah. Well, he had to have been that guy had to have been, or that person had to have been fired. Those are great, dude. Those are great.
Yeah, those look cool. Those look great.
I wonder before we go, because we're coming to the last part of it here. I wonder if he could do it like a package deal. Like maybe if you get like 4, maybe a $10. I'm not trying to, it's his business. I'm not trying to, I'm just making a suggestion. Buy 3, maybe, the fourth one half off. I don't know. Again, I'm not like that. Yeah. Or hey,
$40 a piece, be like,
if they're $40 a piece, if you go 100, free shipping maybe.
Yeah.
Or 3 for 100. I don't know. It's just a thought. Just a thought.
You got to get him to make one for your DC United there.
Yeah. All right. I'll reach out to him. I will reach out to him. Maybe. I'll give that to Dave Johnson.
Yeah. So you give it as a gift to Dave Johnson there.
Yeah. That would be great.
He covers the Wizards too. He does the play-by-play for the Wizards, but I think you'll like the United one better. Yeah, he probably has less United stuff than Wizard stuff.
Yeah. And I hear him all the time. When they do that, you can go in the MLS and not hear the studio. You can hear the local radio. There's an option.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, folks, that's going to do it for us tonight. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We enjoy doing this, as you know. All of our picks are on our YouTube, on X, wherever you get that. And check out our website. Sign up for our free newsletter. You'll get a newsletter every single day sent to your inbox, which will redirect you to our catalog of all the plays there. Someone asked, how does it work? Okay, let me explain. I'll do this real quick because we had a comment and it says, how does your stuff work? All right, well, maybe we can do it a little bit better, but we've got well, you know what? I'll do MLS. Let's see here. Actually, we'll do this right here, as you can see. And this will come up. And then, we'll have a little advertising. If you want to do this, scan the QR code, it doesn't matter. And then pause it. When you pause it, you can read the description. Just on your phone, obviously if you're using your laptop, you can read it from there, but you can see the betting slip, you can see everything else, then tap it again and it'll just play. Go to the next one. You'll tap it and then you read the description of what we have or what the ace has. Tap it again and it'll play to the next one.
Yeah. That white box there right below the logo is always the play, and then the betting slip's usually on top, and then the description's on the bottom down there.
Yep.
Description's just like a little blurb why we think the play's going to hit. So
Correct.
It's not like as in depth as like when we have Lou Finicaro on and we're going in depth of like all the fights.
Correct.
It gives you like a little blurb why we think it's going to happen.
Correct. So check it out, and we have it. We're covering over 25 leagues. Soccer's starting to hit. I will have more plays. We will have our EPL, Shano. We'll have that tomorrow night to discuss with Arsenal taking on Coventry City. So I'll have that as well as my match day 1 picks for EPL tomorrow. And, check it out. And then we'll have, Shannon, we've got a couple Thursday night preseason football games. So we'll have that tomorrow as well. So
it's week 2 preseason. Well, week 3, they say.
Week 3 is they call
second preseason game. So maybe we'll see some starters.
Maybe
we can get a couple drives or a quarter or so of some starters out there for some teams.
Maybe.
Skins play like Saturday at noon, I think. I think it's noon Eastern.
Okay. Shano, do we have an update on the Indiana Fever?
Let's look at it right now.
They're still playing. According to this, they're still playing.
Still playing. 20 seconds left. 99-95.
So over was the point was 190.5.
Oh, so we're over. That's
a winner chicken dinner. Look at that.
That's 194, right? 99 plus 95.
Yep, it's 194.
Yep. There we go.
Oh, you gotta love that sound.
Winner
chicken dinner.
Sparks is a loser. But fee for tempo. There we go. Over. Winner. The other game was
pay him. Pay that man his money.
Exactly.
Her other play was the Aces, right?
Yeah, that they play a little bit later.
They haven't started yet.
Yeah, they haven't started yet. Folks, that's going to do it for us. Have a good night. Good luck on your bets, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care.
See ya.